hmm there's a lot of research that goes into finding those that are very, very special in all these different industries. The surveys, that are mailed directly to local practitioners. Yeah. You know, I've noticed that these surveys are oftentimes used to give somebody that availability of marketing themselves. Now, this PRS is employed to find the very best of those that you would want to do business with. Yeah. Now, there's a timeline. Yeah. You sign a licensing agreement. Right. You approve the target list and survey area. Yep. You survey in the field. Oh. Then you gather the surveys, you tabulate, and you do an analysis. You fact check and finalize the data. Yep. And then your name is on one of these lists of the very best individuals to do business with. Now, for all of you that would like to employ this professional research services, you should contact the marketing research manager. Now, let's say I wanted to do a survey and it had to do with the general welfare of the United States of America. And I send out a survey to every citizen of the United States that can legally fill out a survey. And I ask them, do you like being arrested for the accusation of crimes where you were not there? Quite often people would say no. I don't want to be arrested. I don't want to be accused of crime. In fact, the truth of the matter is, I would want to sue you for doing that. See, it's possible to get the actual addresses of the general welfare of the United States. Now, I could survey the American population. I send them all a survey. Yeah. Do you want to be labeled as being bipolar or schizophrenic? Yes, because of the corruption of police departments and judiciary. Most people don't want to be bipolar or schizophrenic. Yes. So I would say that there's a considerable liability for using mental health evaluations. Right. When you did know I wasn't in Sequim, Washington. Now, how about sending emails and making videos? How many of you want to spend every day emailing law enforcement? They would want to do it. It's kind of a frustrating experience that nobody wanted to respond to the evidence of crime. And then there's this idea of being arrested again. Would you want to be arrested for the accusation of a crime when you know you weren't in that county? Yes. And you weren't violating the restraint provisions of a protection order. Most Americans would say, no, I don't want to get arrested. I don't want to be arraigned. Yes. I don't want to have to go to court hearings for 16 months. I don't want to have to do mental health evaluations where I'm labeled as persecutory delusional. Yes. For knowing I was sitting in Port Angeles, Washington on June 16th of 2017. For knowing that I was emailing law enforcement. Yes, that my rights are being violated. Now, survey. How many of you like that your relatives bribed a whole bunch of individuals in the employment of the government? Yes, so as to take your inheritance, your intellectual property, and your family. Most Americans would not want you taking their inheritance. Yes, would not want you taking their intellectual property. Yes. And they would not want you taking their family. Pow! Now, I can survey the population. Yes. I can admit it as evidence in a lawsuit. Yes. Where I would inform the jury that when surveying the United States of America, almost all, like 99.9% of Americans, dislike, they do not like, yes, being arrested for the accusation of a crime. Yeah. Where they had nothing to do with the crime. Yeah. Dislike, yes, as in they do not like. Yes. You using mental health evaluations. Now, let's say I involved the United States of America. My thought is that I have it available. How much does it cost? Yes, to survey every American citizen, yes, over the age of 18, yes, and ask them if they would like to have to endure what I've endured for the last 8 years. Would you like a protection order issued against you for the false allegation of domestic violence and child abuse while living on Guam? No, wouldn't like it. Would you like to receive notice and opportunity to be heard before any court issues any court order? Yes, I would like to get notice and opportunity to be heard. Would you like to receive notice of court hearings when going through a divorce? Yeah, I would. Now, let's say I wanted to know the general welfare of the population of United States of America. And of the approximate 300 million surveys that I sent out, yes, I found that 299 million, yes, 999,000 individuals known as citizens of the nation